Yes, you are now listening to Us Podcast. It is your boy 𝐿8K, and I am ready and going live first podcast. Yes. Woo! This is the new Us Podcast. Soon to be Us TV. Topic of the day is 50 miles per hour and why we go 50 miles per hour instead of 100. Yep, this is the way we're moving, this is the way we're cruising, and this is the way it's going to be done on this podcast. We move at 50 miles per hour. Yes, and I will explain to you why. Okay? We are at a time where we look for instant gratification from people who are not even qualified to validate us to move in a certain direction, and that is stifling our lives and paralyzing our minds because we are looking for other people's opinions to propel us in positions that we're not even ready for. And you don't have to be 100% ready, but you do have to be prepared in some type of sense, or you do have to have some type of skill in your God-given gift, skill, or talent. The reason why you move 50 miles per hour is because within that journey you will learn so many different things, and it will only make you more of a service by the time you get to the platform that you want to get to. So it's very important that you take time and you study the concepts and study the templates of your craft, career, skill, or talent, because these are the tools that you're going to need in order to be successful at what you intend to do. The reason why we go 50 miles per hour is because during this trip, you will break down. You'll get a flat tire. You'll need an oil change. You may have to put your car in the shop. You also want to see your surroundings as you're driving. You want to see and read the road signs, because within this process, not only will you get to your destination, but you'll also see a panoramic view of where you're going and what's being done while you're on your journey to your destination. Okay? I got this concept from reading The Intelligent Investor, right? And from studying Warren Buffett and investing and taking my time and investing and not putting all your eggs in one basket, not moving with the crowd, not listening to what's popular, but also listening to your inner self and why it's important to follow those guides and signs that are being projected from oneself. And in order to get to that point, you actually have to listen to yourself. You have to sit down and listen to the compass that's in your body and where it's taking you, right? And if you don't listen to that compass and where it's taking you, you'll move in a direction that it's either going to send you off a cliff, or you're going to hit a brick wall, or you might get to your destination, but your car will be completely burnt out, and you will be burnt out as a person without the tools to fix what needs to be fixed, right? Or you won't even have a chance to stop and get gas or meet someone along the way or learn a new path or a new route, because sometimes it's cool getting lost, because in the process of getting lost, your only choice is to figure your way back on the road, right? So it's important to go 50 miles per hour, because you also have to follow guidelines and rules, and there's cops, and if you get caught speeding, you might get a ticket, right? And you don't want to get a ticket, because if you get a ticket, you go to jail, or you might get a fine, and you have to pay. So 50 miles per hour only keeps you, I don't want to say safe, but when you stay on route and stay in your lane, you don't really have to worry about what what uh, what car is trying to swerve in your lane, or the speeding cars that's going past you, because at the end of the journey, you have to get to your destination, and there is a destination that you're gonna get to. So it's completely fine that you get to your destination moving at a speed that is in moderation and that keeps you um, cruising at a speed that prevents you from doing anything hazardous. It's okay to take risk and to um, you might want to swerve in this lane just to get to that lane, just to get to the exit, because if you don't get to that lane first within a certain amount of time, you're going to miss your exit. But on this road, you'll learn when to speed it up and when to go faster. But if you're going full speed, full throttle in one direction, not knowing how to read the road, you're going to either intervene in someone else's lane, you may crash, you may swerve and cause an accident, and that will also put you in a situation that is a liability. So in order to be an asset on the road, right, you also want to learn how to be a defensive driver, how to read signs and roads, and how to maneuver yourself on your path. And these are all metaphorical concepts and examples that's going to keep you driven on the path to success, because there's certain guidelines that you're going to have to read. There's people that you're going to have to study. There's other drivers that you may be interested in how they drive their vehicles, right, to get to their destination. And within that process, you can learn how to use their template on how to get to your destination, right? So it's very important that you take time to study your craft, to study your gifts, and to apply them. Keyword apply, because knowledge without action is just a book. Okay, it's just a book. And the person that wrote that book already took the action to write that book. So you yourself had to take this knowledge and apply it to what you're doing. So you may have to take this journey a couple of times only to figure out one way that actually works. Or you may have to figure out other routes that's going to get you to that destination, right? And metaphorically, getting to a destination, you always seem like it's too far, or it's out of reach, or going somewhere for the first time, it seems like the journey is forever. But by the time you learn the route, it becomes second nature. And once you get to that point, you won't even have that same feeling of, are we there yet? It'll just be like, oh, okay, I know where I'm going, and I can also show you the way. So now you became of service to someone else only because you took that route before them and you learned different ways to get there. So now you can be the compass for other people as well. So I say that to say I have different gifts, talents. My main thing right now I'm focusing on is music. New album out, R. Download that. Available on all platforms. R, L, the number 8, the letter K. That is my artist name. 𝐿8K. It stands for Late Bloomer K. My company is called the Late Bloomers, and I will get into the Late Bloomers concept on a different podcast. This one is the first one, and music is now available, the hottest thing out right now. Or, there's no or, but I'll let you be the judge of that. If it's not the hottest thing out, you send me your feedback. You can hit me up on my Instagram. It's L8, L, the number 8, Bloomer _ K. L, the number 8, Bloomer _ K. And that's on all platforms. That's the one I'm using right now. I'm working on my other Instagram, but that's the one where you could check me out. On all music platforms, it's L, the number 8, the letter K. Very simple, right? So within this process of me creating music and building my brand, I had to take so many different roads and avenues and different sorts of transportation. And every time I tried to speed up the process, the universe humbled me into taking the steps, and why it was important to take the steps and move in moderation. Because within this process of moving in moderation, I was able to build a solid foundation that allowed me to be multifaceted in my approach when approaching the music business and also marketing, right? I've learned to promote. I've learned to market. I learned to advertise. I learned to do cold calls. I learned to send emails. I learned to engineer. So now in the process of me moving at a moderate speed and learning all of these different things, me heading to my destination, of not the final destination, but just a different tier of expertise that's going to propel me to another level, I'm able to value myself at a certain price point because I'm knowledgeable about all these different things. Within me being knowledgeable about all these different things, I can be of service to a plethora of people who are looking for the same routes that I had to figure out on my own. The majority of the time, a few times I was pointed in direction or got knowledge from certain people that I applied, and it propelled me into my course and process of getting to where I need to be. Without me having these skills, I wouldn't even be able to create a podcast right now. So it's important that you take time to learn these different skills and these different ways of manifesting your destiny and putting together the tools that God, the universe, provided in order for you to get to your destination. Because this is when you do find, on this journey of moving 50 miles per hour, is when you find all the tools that you need. Not the ones that you want, but the ones that you need. The universe provides these signs and omens that's going to prepare you for that that moment, that final countdown moment, that golden moment when it's time to perform, that golden moment when the opportunity presents itself, that golden moment where you can make a difference in what you're trying to do. So within this situation, or this process, you're going to learn so many different things, and it's like, I am blunt, but this shit is real. It's very real. It's very real, and it's only gonna make you better, and it's only gonna propel you to be the expert that you intended to be, only if you're willing to take the steps and you're willing to go through the process and not take the shortcuts, because the shortcuts will only get you half-ass results, and there's no other way to say it. You know what I'm saying? You're only gonna get half-ass results, but when you take your time and put in time and energy and effort into your process, you'll be able to create quality. And once you create in quality, you'll be able to value yourself at a certain price point and put yourself in a position that won't allow you to feel down and out about what you're doing, because in essence you'll be getting paid for what you love to do, and that's based off the decisions that you make now, you know. So if you're willing to go through the process now and to find ways to get your projects done and your procedure done, you're going to be an asset to wherever situation presents itself, and you'll learn to promote yourself and to sell yourself as such. And when the opportunity provides itself for you to prove yourself, you won't have that anxiety, fear, or doubt, because within you moving that 50 miles per hour, right, and learning all these different things, you'll be prepared, right? So you'll be prepared, what you did in the beginning, and you'll be synchronized, paired with the opportunity that presents itself that fits your situation. You'll be prepared, right? That makes sense. That should make sense to you. So me starting this podcast, not knowing how to do it, I Googled it, YouTubed it, watched a few videos. I already had equipment because I'm an artist. I record. I went to school for engineering. I found out what it took to make a podcast. I started up, plugged up what needed to be plugged up, downloaded what needed to be downloaded, recorded what needed to be recorded. And now I'm here, and you have us, the podcast, us TV, coming soon. And I speak things to existence. So we're going to say us TV coming soon. Like I said, are available right now on all platforms. Go download that. Hottest project out right now. So unique, so different. Time and energy. Coming to a city near you. So this is my introduction, man. And for my first podcast, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I'm actually using the gift that God gave me, which is the gift of my speech, and I'm going to, be a helping hand to those who are looking for outlets, or who are looking for angles and knowledge and motivation to get them to the next level, and that's going to push you to want to take those steps that will elevate you, and put you in a situation that you'll be able to thrive off of, based off your skills and based off the work and the time that you put in. So moving 50 miles per hour, and it's not that fast. So we're not asking you to go full throttle in what you're doing. We're just telling you to take the baby steps. You feel me? Because it's just like the process of a baby that has to crawl before they walk. But you can't force a baby to walk. They lay on their back, they roll around, they crawl, and then they take steps. And then after they take steps, they fall down, and then they fall down. Then they learn how to hold things, and then Once they learn how to hold things, they start being a guide. Then they learn how to go up and down and slide down the steps. And then they learn to walk. Then they learn to run. Then they learn to jump. And then they learn to ride a bike. And then they learn to drive a car. And it's the same process. So if you could take yourself and put yourself in the mindset of a kid and of a baby and look at how they maneuver, you won't have anxiety, fear, or doubt when it comes to applying yourself to your gift or your abilities, because when you project yourself to the end results, right, and you put in the time and energy, all you're going to do is manifest the life that you came to live, and you won't have no questions or doubts about it. So I just wanted to touch on that topic, 50 miles per hour. Take time, invest in yourself, invest in your mindset, invest in your body, your health, invest in your kids, you know what I'm saying? Invest, and I'm talking about, don't just buy kids stuff. Invest in their time. You know what I'm saying? Invest in people's time. Invest in their minds. So it's very important that we spread these messages, and we have these platforms that we're grateful for, that we can express these things. So people don't try to rob you and shit like that because they're envious of how you got your light and how you do what you do and how you move. So I want you guys to, soak up game. I appreciate you listening, and let's get things done. You don't have to be perfect. All you gotta do is get started, and don't worry about the how. Just get started. Put that energy in. Put that 30% in, because when you put in 30%, you're gonna get back 70. So all you gotta do is put in 30%, you know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna get that 70. And then when you start to see results, you're gonna put in 100 billion%, and then you're gonna get 1 trillion. And we're gonna end it off like that. So we're gonna go 50 miles per hour to our destination. And I appreciate you guys listening worldwide, all over the world. Thank you. It's your boy, 𝐷𝗵𝐵𝗍𝐾. Once again, you can hit me on my Instagram, 𝐷𝗵𝗵𝐾, the number 8, Bloomer_K, or you could Google me, L8K. Music on all platforms are out now. Us podcast, Us TV. Holla at your boy. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful night. Signing out. Jazz America. Yes, you are now listening to Us podcast. It is your boy 𝐿8K, and I am ready and going live. First podcast. Yes. Woo. This is the new Us podcast. Soon to be Us TV. Topic of the day is 50 miles per hour, and why we go 50 miles per hour instead of 100. Yep, this is the way we're moving, this is the way we're cruising, and this is the way it's going to be done on this podcast. We move at 50 miles per hour.